Well, that witness really didn't help all that much. The only thing he really told us was what we know, that they lynched the guy and the amount of people that was there. Well, even though it wasn't that useful, it's something. Besides, we still got a lot more stuff to do. Like, ooh, hold on. Oh, right. I have more perception. I can see this. Magnesium. Dude, give me for health. I need health. Moss crawling on the bathroom tiles. Actual moss. Okay.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
Mr. Uno. Looks like we found where Kuno's dad lived. Points to the bill on the door.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
Let's knock.
No response. The apartment numbers have fallen off the door, leaving the panel with a sticky 1 shaped shadow and a marker drawn 2. You'll need to equip the chain cutters to enter. Snip right through the metal.
Right. Yeah, so we need to... What was the thing? We need to split the kilo. Take down Kuno's dad. Optional. Okay. Okay, what do we need the tool? Chain cutters. Here we go. Should be high enough, right? 83. Easy.
Snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground on the other side of the door.
Cool.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
Okay, I promise, game. Let's go. Ooh, money. Did I just rob this place? Did I just rob Kuno, technically? Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. Okay, this is actually from the other building. My perception is so good that I went through the other side. Kuno the Royaltier is the name of the unfinished homework. It's from 2 years ago. Does Kuno doesn't go to school? Oh, there's a thing here. I gotta check the rest of the buildings.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw.
Lieutenant, I located psychoactive substances on this table.
Good. Confiscate it.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other
Yeah,
room.
I'm hearing the roaring. Come on, Lieutenant. Don't you give a fuck that we're taking the drugs out of a kid? Come on, take the speed from the table.
You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world.
Well, it is natural. I'm a cop. Glossy erotica covers the wall, wrinkled from moisture. The air stinks with something sour. Regular black jeans. They give me 1 composure. Hey, that's pretty nice. Regular black jeans. Number 1 extra composure. A normal day for a normal guy. Thank God for black jeans. Everyone looks good in black jeans. That's true. That's fair. I would say that. Black jeans are pretty top tier piece of clothing. Combine it with your favorite book t-shirt and a yellow plastic bag to channel that laid-back trash bin raccoon meet a cool professor vibe. Or do whatever you want. It's just a pair of jeans after all. Well, we're gonna wear. What do I have? Oh, I only have I don't have that many pants options. Actually, that's not true. Savior-faire and more electromagnetic. I think I'm happy with having a little more composure,
A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stained parka, some towels and a duvet. Some socks even. In the dark, it looks like a nest.
Hold up, Lieutenant. Look at that pile of clothes. The lieutenant has covered his nose. Slowly reach out on your hand.
Something underneath
Reach out your
is
hand.
breathing.
Yeah, I can tell. Like the snoring.
It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out.
No, fuck that. Yeah, fuck this. But no, I'm out. I'm super in. Keep extending your hand towards the pile.
Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You hear a growl. There is something alive underneath it.
Oh, pull the blankets off.
You see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol, and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth.
You eat shit, man?
You don't have to take him down. He's already down.
Kim, is this thing even alive?
I'm afraid it is. Look, it moves.
He points to the fleshy lump sticking out from the other end of the blanket. The limb seems to be twitching from time to time.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name Maxtor on the sole. 3 toes are poking out of a hole. Maxtor is a gas company. He's wearing free socks from a gas company. They probably came with the bills.
I never heard of that. Who gives you a piece of clothing with your bills?
A groan rises from the man's throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to say something in his sleep.
And besides, it's not like this guy is probably paying on time. So this is Kuno's father we're seeing.
Well, judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes, it is.
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes.
I was expecting something worse, but I guess this checks out.
I think it's still quite bad. I mean, what he has come to.
The lieutenant tilted his head.
This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but at least he won't be beating his son.
The lieutenant think to himself, yeah, that's not a great silver lining to
A
have.
pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake.
He's gonna slip it off. I know this shit. Suddenly the man starts growling. 3 words manage to escape his mouth, along with a strong stench of alcohol.
Look, he's trying to communicate.
Maybe we should help him somehow?
What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side.
Yeah, just not.
We
Agreement.
could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The Almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
The lieutenant stopped, listening to him.
Years, months, weeks. The pile of blankets grunts miserably.
You know, I took your amphetamine, old man.
Silence. Only heat emanates from the sleeping body.
Anyway, perception, hearing, 5. Figure it out what he's trying to say.
The man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something. And then it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says. He's trying to call you pigs.
You're awake. He's awake.
His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again.
At least he got to say his piece.
I'm sure that's great for him. Okay, well, now that we have a bit of perception, we should maybe, before we continue to hear... Oh, what the hell? Boots. Oh, 6 cents. Well, not great. 7 cents. Okay, that's a lot better. Let's explore a little bit here. Let's ask the old nice lady about that. A blister pack of medicine picks out of the box. You should take it. Hypnoga. Oh my god, more stuff for morale. I don't need morale, man. Anything else around here? Yeah, okay. Book 16 Days of Coldest April. We'll read that maybe later.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub your sides for warm.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
Her face
Is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
Was this Kunuso, whatever her name was? The other kid that Kuno was with? The plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Look around yourself.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty.
She's probably not her, but definitely someone sad here. Okay, anything more here? I don't think so. Let's talk with this lady. What do you think about Kuno's dad?
Give me a moment.
I have a few questions.
Ask away, policeman.
Tell me about the man who lives at the end of the hallway, Uno de Rulter.
I don't want to talk about the waiters.
The Raiters. The cleaning lady mutters. She starts digging for something in her pockets. Well, why not?
Addicts. All of them. And sometimes I hear them screaming.
That checks out. She winces.
They don't like me cleaning behind their door. Think I'm listening in on their fights.
It was dirtier there, after the janitor's closet. She avoids the end of the hallway.
Well, Kuno is definitely unpleasant. And the dad, probably even worse.
We saw unpaid utility bills. Aren't they going to be evicted?
No one likes them in this building. It's only because of the kids they haven't been thrown out. I don't like talking about those people.
Sad.
She mumbles.
But, you know, just how it is. Oh, well, we got a couple of things going. That's pretty nice. We got another point. 19 point. Damn, empathy 8. That's pretty good. Suggestion is falling behind. I'll put a point there. We're probably gonna make up for it soon. All right. Well, what was the other thing that we needed to do? Open apartment for Everett. Ever asked you to open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard to intimidate the occupant. Do what you have to do. Ever has promised to give you info on the case in return. Well, feels a little weird,
This
but
must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
knock carefully.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in.
The lieutenant looks uncomfortable. Let's press the ear against the door. We have a good hearing.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Lieutenant, what is your opinion of this task we are undertaking?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself.
The lieutenant replies, still inspecting the paddle door.
Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
Apparently, working with the local union boss is not something I'm squeamish. So you don't mind if I unlock the door?
If the Merc Tribunal happens before we solve this, we are looking at casualties. What's one unlocked door compared to that?
Yeah, very reasonable.
On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
He looks at the surrounding window uncomfortably. We know some people are watching us. Nothing said that more could be watching. Lie to Everett, that's also an option?
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
True. Besides, it's really close to where the lynching was. So probably there might be a clue or something.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. The sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. Hopefully no one heard. Well, buddy, you opened it. No need to go inside. It would be rude.
It will be rude. You know, it was just nice. It was just polite enough to intimidate the guy. Don't want to be extra rude and go inside.
Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
I would like an alligator.
There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might.
Okay, so I got like 2 out of 3.
As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
Okay, my brain are 2 out of 3 telling me to go inside, so we're gonna be inside. Hold on. The smell of disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Oh, are this racist? Tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on
Colonial
the ceramic
mug
make you
collection.
vaguely uncomfortable.
Ugh.
There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn.
They were purposely made,
The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do I mean uncomfortable? Be more specific.
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
So what? They can think what they want. This is a free world. You're free to be a complete fucking asshole. Good to know. I have no opinion. No, I will say, typical asshole.
This person is unhappy.
And he had to make other people unhappy too.
The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Kim is like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Wipes out your yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
Man, this motherfucker has like a collection of different races, one on each mug, and they have it on display in his room.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
I should. I mean, I have done already. Do you think this is the same person who put the dead man clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
Fair. What else we got here? Can we grab something or is
A
this
row of
everything?
mugs
No, it's
sits-
just everything. Okay. Well, I feel way better about stealing shit now. Intercalary dress shirt. Logic 1. Good with numbers. Press and spotless glimmering white shirt. The kind that serious men wear at serious intercalary offices. Not yet piss soak or cum stain. Damn. Those are my favorite ones. This is just... okay. This is just after getting cum on it, I guess. It's good for logic, so... I mean, we don't need logic necessarily. Yeah, I would rather have conceptualization anyway. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What is the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Cool, I guess.
It is but one of the many strange optic atmospheric phenomenon of this wondrous archipelago. You're sure you once saw sundogs in your youth, and blue flares.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Don't bow to the flag.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes a book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. Well, you know, sometimes inanimate object actually talk to me, so I don't know. Okay, it's in the room. More magnesium, Jesus Christ. A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over? Oh, finally, no so bad. So this guy has some gas. Good to know. Now, you see that we got another task done. We're getting... I don't think we can go to Everest still. It's a little too late. I think that after certain hours, he's probably not gonna be there. Hold on. Interact. We'll interact with some of this shit in a little bit. I got a couple of books. We might do that before going to sleep. You heard the distant squeal of sea bears. Seabirds. Seagulls, whatever. 2 real. Hey, nothing wrong with 2 little bit of money. Couple things. A splatter of bullet holes lies on the wall. Okay. Good to have a little extra stuff. Alright. We could talk with our good friend Kuno here, but he told us about this place, so might as well check it out first.
The pile of Eternite looks stranger now that Kuno told you about his pad.
Kuno told us about the shack, yeah. Eastland Empire said come back. Okay.
Because, unless Kuno lied, you should just be able to pull the panels aside.
Pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Neat. I mean, I didn't have to let it fall like that, but cool.
So this is the shack Kuno mentioned. Let's take a look inside there.
Everything there's around the thing should have some clue, I'm sure. Or money. The poster says, "Get out of the way or get fucked up." A silver plate with traces of bone jello powder. An empty tube of magnesium supplements. A magnesium supplements you rub on your chest to live a happy, magnesium-rich life. Cured pighead. It looks mummified. You can go to the roof. Neat. So I'm pretty sure we could have gone to the place from this way. This doorway is going to collapse soon. All right. Not yet. I need the money. 90 cents. We'll take that. Restoration pillars keep the ruin together. And a postcard, Grand Carillon 37. What's this? This postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jam Rock quarters. 13-story building line the hillside like sarcophagus. An ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project failed catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. Is only worth 30 cents. I guess people don't want to be reminded of that. That would be a bad thing to remember. Nosepad, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could have like jump out of here and go here from here. Which, you know, would have been cool, but I think we needed... I don't remember what we needed, but I think we needed like a physical check. Alright, cool. Some money. Nothing all that useful, but hey. We take it. We got almost 60 cents, dude. $60 though. Can I talk to the body? Come on.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I found your shack. Points to the shack.
Yeah, did you fucking there?
What was with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
He picks a bit of dirt from his fingernail. Were you trying to send me a message of some sort?
Yeah, to the both of you. Watch your ass in Kuno's town, or Kuno's gonna fuck your head off.
Right. I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
No, I don't. I don't want that. What's with the tube of magnesium, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
It looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it is.
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time, every time that someone hurts my feelings.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
It looks at you, eyes bulging.
Fuck you, pig! Don't do mag! You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die!
No, I heard enough about this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno. The fuck do you... Good call,
Alright.
Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno
Pigmeister.
about his kingdom.
I took care of the drug situation.
Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo. Then Kuno gives you half back.
It's not a kilo. It's not even half a kilo.
That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way.
Well, you're gonna ask how I got past your dad?
Word on the street is, you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker. Distraction style. That's some sick shit.
He nods approvingly to the lieutenant.
Not a single muscle moves on the lieutenant's face.
Kim just passed a very, very moderately hard check on composure there.
Kuno wants to hear all about it. But first, we split the kilo. Then we shoot the shit.
I'm keeping it. You don't need more drugs. You're fucking 12. Don't give it to the Kuno.
Alright. Kuno knew you'd try that sneaky pig shit on him.
Tell him, Kuno!
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno. So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. Know this, pig. Shit is major.
Major fucking choice, pig!
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving, pig. This is fucking domino shit.
It's hard to see how not giving a boy a bag of amphetamine would cause some catastrophic cascade response. Hard to see, but easy to feel. Somehow, this will change things.
Yeah, he will not be high. And I'm all for that.
It's not hard to see at all. You hand out drugs to kids. The lieutenant's faith in your judgment will diminish significantly.
Well, of course. What, if any, is the downside of not giving the drugs to Kuno?
None that you can see. No, you can see it. This young man has junior officer material in him. In another life, where he trusts you.
Well, but we are not in another life. We're in this one.
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno?
Be smart about this, giving fucking speed to a 12-year-old or whatever Kuno is. This is staying with me. Don't give Kuno the vial.
Alright. You fuck the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig throws it all away.
I told you he can't be trusted. I told you he'd steal the shit.
The little rat repeated like 6 or 7 times.
Relax, see? We got plenty of Kilo. Kilo underground, in the tree. This ain't about that.
He turns to you.
This is about you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit. Now everything is fucked between us. How are you gonna make this up to the Kuno, huh?
Easy, I won't.
There is genuine disappointment below the act, sire. In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
I look around in there. It's not the easy life. It's not an easy life that you got going in that apartment.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got plans.
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bedrolls, in the dark and opening into the lower tunnels.
Oh, they're gonna sleep there? Is there like a home for them when they leave? Kuno, I meet your dad.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig?
Kuno, your dad is a half-dead alcoholic. He was sleeping under some clothes.
What?
His eyes became large and round.
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again, reorienting himself.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window.
Kuno window?
Kuno window? Come on, kid, just stop.
Fuck you trying to do? Get the Kuno to stop. Kuno's just getting it on.
His tone wavered. Yeah, I was gonna say he sounded like he's about to cry or something.
A small lump forming in his throat.
Keep your ass together, Kuno.
Whatever scary thing he might have been, now he's nothing.
Yeah? Kuno's dad is fucking nothing. Fucking coma shit, stroke shit. Kuno's dad is so fucking violent. He's had a stroke many times. Shit. Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on the bed. Kuno's gonna go out like Kuno's dad. Revachol West style.
This is legitimately so sad.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
The whisper comes smaller than usual. Even Kuno says kind of like sad and scared about what he's saying.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck you talking sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit.
The kid's breath in and out like a boxer. He punches the air. I mean, you don't have to turn into that.
Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think 'cause you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
The relief is palpable. The little hat jumps up and down behind the fence.
He did not win. There is a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty.
There was a textbook with your name on it in the apartment.
Yeah, so fucking what?
It says Kuno, not Kuno. Kuno the Ruiter.
Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
I like it, Kuno the Ruiter.
He's trying to fuck you again.
Fuck out of here. Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it. Kuno can change his name into anything. Gonna change my name into...
Into fuck it? I don't know what word that is.
Don't change your name into that, Kuno.
There were tons of unpaid bills there.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit.
You can guess.
Let me guess, Kuno dad doesn't give shit about them.
Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink.
Kuno's dad, he swells with pride. That's no place to live. You have to find someone else.
That's right. It's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground. Leroy shit. Ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
The little ones seem overjoyed at the prospect. Well, I did the right thing to not give you the drugs. Let's conclude this.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social worker shit. It doesn't work, pig.
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
She must repeat it. Use every chance to confirm that version of reality. She tries to bind their fates together. She needs him. Bad.
Yeah, of course they do. Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Kuno doesn't give a fuck.
Yes?
Is there anything that we should talk about?
What about me?
That's
Good.
all about. Okay, whatever. Well, that was a little hard. We got another point though. Where could we put it? Man, we need some authority going forward. Some drama too. I think I'm gonna put an early authority point. Why not? I like authority. I want to chime in a little bit more on the day. Well, I think the day is getting closer and closer to finish. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Alright. There's a couple of things that we can do, I think.
Inside,
Can we
you see a
tell...
set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Pick up the radio.
Precinct 57. How
Go
may
down
I-
to Sylvia
This
again.
is- Sylvia? Yes. Hello?
Hey, see, there's the
Oh,
police
great.
again.
What else?
Alright, well,
You
never
hear
mind.
the call
Anything else I can...
I'm
57?
done.
in the cabin.
Ah. Well, nothing that we can do now except for calling for the day. But we got a couple of things that we can do. Book Le Fumée, Volume 1, Number 4. Sure. The leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism offer a radical Masovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Friesel, with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. Let's read it.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Friesel? Because he was the king and the king got killed by the communists, I assume.
Because Friesel was incompetent,
Well, that too, of
foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages. See what catches your eye.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur,
Kunst und
and
Kultur.
local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note first.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine. Yell it out loud.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
Why are you mad? just saying.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on the international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations
We heard about that.
and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs.
No, not really.
You're not even sure where most of these countries are.
Yeah.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents
What is
unfolds before you.
Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Oh, well, I got a R degree.
Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you. It evokes a sense of recognition and fellowship among those privileged enough to understand. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tourney, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tourney is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Okay, that sounds fun. Read the profile of CC. Not so. So this is just NASCAR racing.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. That certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony.
Let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers.
I'm starting to doubt that will be the case. Yes.
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney.
What is their opinion? What is wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Yeah. Probably.
So, all of it.
All of it, that's, yeah. Who wrote this stuff? We know who wrote this stuff. I was just gonna click it just to get the dialogue.
Oddly enough, this article has two bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Those aren't the real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus?
No, but it's a cool ass name.
They're plainly pseudonyms. More than that, they're likely anagrams.
Even cooler. So what's so bad about sponsorship?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
I mean, that is kind of true.
Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Fritta.
I mean, yeah, again, I'm not disagreeing necessarily with this. That's fair. Right, but what about the crash?
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
I'm agreeing with everything I'm reading here.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Wow, you're right. I really am just in for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
You know what? can disagree. That is completely true. Everything they said. Racing is most of the time so boring, and a lot of those events, yeah. Therefore, watching people get their fucking car turns around and set on fire and shit. That's completely true. Again, this article said that no one really watches TikTok tournament for the race. Nah, that feels like the least communist thing. Ken, do you know TikTok tournament is actually organ? Oh, but Ken actually likes races. He likes cars. This article said no one really watches TikTok tournament for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
No, I guess not.
Well, there you have it. No reason to get hung up on the pretentious ramblings of a few young men.
Damn, Ken is not like it, even though I do agree.
If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
Well, it is
The table of
personal.
contents unfolds
Kim is a
before
little
you.
biased because he does like cars, but at the same time, I guess you can say the same thing about the communists being biased about the commercialism about it. You know, the thing. I don't know. I think they're right. I don't know. Some people do like it for the cars, but I mean, I will be lying to say that if someone tell me to watch it, I wouldn't be fairly more entertained to seeing them crash and stuff. Which I don't know. I don't know what that says about me. Probably I'm a bad person to a degree. I don't mean it. I don't like seeing people hurt, but you know, it's like you see a crash and you're like, oh, you gotta see it, you know. Well, let's see what this means by local concerns. This probably involves like Martinez, so let's see.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike.
Checks out.
You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Cape Side apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Then communists should have killed all of them where they had their chance. If it weren't for the wild pines, all those moochers would have been out of the job. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capitalists could reach some kind of reasonable accommodation? Why should I get it? It doesn't have anything to do with me. I mean, charging rent to live somewhere is pretty outrageous.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward. It's true, the rentiers have been bleeding you dry. You really ought to find your own place one of these days. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Okay, my review of the book, pretentious, but you know what? There were a lot of nuggets of truth in it. I cannot deny that. Book, 60 Days of Colder April. The cover features a row of concrete building with a monochrome rainbow in the sky. It tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during a period of ethnic unrest in Yugoslavia. The book has been filled under psychological realism. That sounds extremely sad, and I'm all for
In
it.
your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow.
Feels heavy.
Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. They would do that in Grad.
No, they wouldn't. How long is this book anyway?
You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long.
We can do it. I enjoy a good read. A long read too.
Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
Good call, conceptualization. I completely agree. Look at the back cover first, before we start reading the words.
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Start reading.
In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturned motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. The Yugograd riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugograd Spring. Like all such periods, it is frequently memorialized in art and literature. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
And what happens next?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
It will physically hurt me to be reading. We gotta know. Read some more pages. If I'm not in tears and with my heart feeling heavy as a fucking rock, what's the point?
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
And what about the woman?
She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
This is terrible.
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Really good book, very sad. I will read again and get damaged again. Well, alright, let's finish the day with a bang, shall we? Oh. It's a bowl! There's spit on it, reeking of tobacco. This book is actually what... Didn't we talk with the girl, Annette? Was like one where the love of two people doesn't work and it's realistic or something, you know? That was the book. It was sad. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Photos of men in overalls, toting guns and Union placard. Okay. 50 cents. Hell yeah. Who are you? It's all about money, you know. Okay, well. The soft purr of an electric juicer come from the kitchen. Someone is working. No one is working. Do I have to pay again?
Can I help you?
Another thing.
Great. I love those.
Oh, so the phone line is dead?
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
That's pretty strange.
It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
No. Something nefarious is definitely afoot.
If you say so.
He rolled his eye. Is it true there were foul play?
Who told you that?
I will never disclose my sources. That would be dishonorable.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of arseholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill.
That, I got it. It was maybe me, so if that's the case, maybe I won't.
Yes?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Yep.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need...
Yeah, I don't need you to remember every
50
time I'm
real
gonna do that.
Take it easy on him. Deep down, he really hates being the guy who has to remind you.
I don't need a reminder. I'm already paying. I'm being a good boy.
You know, there might be other places to sleep on this coast. You'll find one eventually.
Well, eventually it's not now, so I need more. Okay, something spawned here though. I think. The tomatoes are so thinly sliced, you can see through them. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs on the air. Can I do anything with the door?
You see a heavy steel.
No. Well, I think that with this, we're gonna call the night. Unless there's another piece of dialogue when I go to my room, I think we're just gonna be calling it. Good night, Kim. See you in the morning. See you in the morning, Kim. What's this? Empty cassette plays. There used to be a tape on this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the Ethernet single smaller church. Oh, I remember that. They must rub someone the wrong way. And by someone, that was probably me.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
I didn't check this window. It probably was because of my perception was bad. Look out.
You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's difficult to make out the outlines of the buildings below. Dark phantoms with many tiny eyes, chaotically arranged and not looking at you.
Assess the damage. Has been here for a while.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
It was my shoe, we know that. Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
What am I doing?
Something you've done before.
Assess the side of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy.
Here's my
and
shoe,
larger
I
than your
know.
fist. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
That's a very stupid thing to do.
Pretty much. But hey, at least you found your shoe.
Yep. Words fail to describe how rank is smelling here. They should have sent a poet. Well, they sent an artist.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Okay, encyclopedia, we cannot read now. Well, we're gonna call it for tonight. Tomorrow, we got another day, and I think they're gonna open the way to the coast as my rhetoric was telling me. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoy the content, make sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll be seeing each other on the next episode of Disco Elysium. See you later.